So I've moved to the next hostel, dropped my stuff, gone to the beach. It's not that great of a beach. It's more pebbly. Reminds me of an English beach actually. But it's still sunny and it's ridiculously hot. It's like 32 degrees and humid. And I'm trying to find a geocache. If you don't know what geocaching is, it's this awesome app that you can try and find things people will hide, and it's like, you don't get anything from it other than like pride in the fact that you will manage to find it with just a hint. But it's an amazing thing. And I'm trying to find one, but it's in this park, and I have to walk up this hill to get here. It wasn't a hill like Penang Hill yesterday. It was just, 100 meters of a little bit of a slope. But I'm drenched in sweat. So I didn't actually film an update, but I didn't find the geocache because I started getting bitten by mozzies, and then I read a previous person who'd looked for it, saw there were loads of spiders in there, and I had to go through a bush to get to the fence, and I was like, I'm not doing that. So I didn't do it. I've been back at home trying to figure out what's going to be the next step for me on this travel, because I've had a bit of an issue with like waiting for Harmony and staying in Thailand. I was like, I don't really want to sit around waiting for her, but I also don't want to explore anything that I know that me and her are going to go and explore. I want to experience that with her. So now I'm figuring out, what am I going to do? I need to try and go to somewhere that's not Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, or Thailand in the month until she comes, in the 6 weeks. So I'm planning and I'm working stuff out at the moment. Dates, flights, trains, coaches, everything, seeing the logistics. And I've almost sorted it out. Almost sorted it out. So I'm going for dinner. I'm going over to where all these bright lights are over there. I had lunch over there, and they're pretty cheap and pretty good, pretty tasty, big portions. So making my way there now. I'm going to keep working some stuff out, and I'll let you know when I've got it sorted. It's more of a self-accomplishment than anything. But at the start of the trip, a room like this would have given me a fair bit of anxiety, being close quarters with so many people with like no cover. Like a few of the places have had covers and a few haven't. But because I've just been doing this type of thing for so long now, I don't really care. All I care about now is the fact that I know I'm snoring, and I feel bad for everybody in the room. So I was meant to go to the Turtle Beach today, but I slept in because I was working on planning for the rest of the trip. So I'm gonna go tomorrow. So I booked another night. That's all sorted. I've sorted out heaps of stuff. I haven't got any of the bookings done. I haven't bought anything, but I've actually planned a heap of stuff. I'm still missing the middle part. It's not that big of a problem because wherever I'm at, I can just explore and I can have a good time. So initially I wanted to go to Myanmar. It's kind of annoying because to get there, I have to fly into the country and fly back out, which is 2 flights, both very expensive. Ideally, I'd like to be catching trains and buses as much as possible to try and bring the cost down. So what I'm thinking instead is I'm going to fly into India, and then I'm going to go to Sri Lanka and Bangladesh from India, and then I can explore those areas before I fly back to Bangkok, where I can meet Harmony as she's going to arrive on the 17th. I was looking at going to Nepal to go to Kathmandu. Now there's a coach that goes into Kathmandu, but there isn't one going out. And I was trying to figure out what's going on there. Turns out they're having a bit of political problems in Nepal right now. And there was a coach that was hijacked by some Nepalese activists. So I'm not going there, which sucks because that was like a big portion of the trip. Now I've got about a week and a half in the middle of this trip that I've got nothing planned for. So I've got to try and figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to be around that Kolkata area in that eastern India region. So I'm not quite sure what to do, but I'll figure something out, whether I can just do more stuff in Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, more stuff in India. I've got to figure it out. But all of those countries look like there's cheap accommodation, cheap transport, and I can get in and out really easily. I was also hoping to go to Bhutan, but I can't go there either because it's only flights in and out. So Nepal and Bhutan, I'm going to have to get them on a different trip. One of the only issues with going to India is my SIM card and my insurance are all set up for Southeast Asia. So in terms of keeping to my $50 a day budget, I've got to be really cautious of how much I'm going to spend on insurance and on a SIM card, because I've been doing an eSIM setup while I'm in Southeast Asia. I would have to get a similar setup while I'm in Bangladesh, India, and Sri Lanka. Plus, I'm still over. My budget, I'm still over. I'm still at like 64. So because Kuala Lumpur was so expensive, and because I'm pretty sure I got my rabies shots. But I'm not trying to test fate. I'm going that way. Yeah. I Do not trust her. Absolutely not. Anyway, my point was, I'm still over my budget. My average daily budget is still at 64. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm trying to be as cheap as possible. So flying to India, getting around into new countries, it is going to be a bit expensive. So while I'm there, I've got to be extra cautious that I'm like the cheapest backpack as possible, the cheapest food possible. The main problem right now is getting that card. When I'm in Thailand, I've got to get that card sorted. I have to get that card delivered ASAP. So I'm still trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to go to Hat Yai and stay there for a decent portion of time to make sure that I get the card, or whether I go to Bangkok. Just literally go Hat Yai, 2 days there, and then straight to Bangkok. But I don't know. Today, so I bought some chicken on the highway to have. Now they won't leave me alone. Look at that, eyes on the bag. I'm not getting them. I'm hungry. So the footpath disappeared and I'm walking on the side of the road here. And the bus almost killed me, so that's cool. But I've got a beautiful view. So I'm here. I've caught the bus to the national park entrance. I've paid 50 ringgit to get in. But he's just said to me, like, follow the signs. I'm like, there are no signs, because there's like 7 different paths or 8 different paths that you can follow in the park, and I'm trying to go to the one that goes to Turtle Beach, but it doesn't actually tell you where to go, like where you start from. So I've walked up one way around this building and it's just been the wrong way, so now I'm walking down to the other thing that looks like an entrance, but it looks like that's the start to one of the other walks. So I'm so confused. Okay, definitely on the right way. I spoke to a guy, he was like, yes, it does diverge up there, there's a sign up the path. So I'm just an idiot and saw 2 gates and thought I'm gonna take the one to the left when I'm just not supposed to. So, well then, Isaac. This is a really nice part of the walk. I don't know if it's all gonna be like this, but you've got a beautiful view, great sounds of the water here, and it's all under the canopy. So it's like really nice shade. Really nice shade. I'm not having to worry about being in direct sun. It's awesome. There's the sign, so I'm going this way. Why is there always fucking stairs? That's really interesting. This is saying that this little gully here is actually from buffaloes pulling timber all the way through when people first settled here. That's cool. I've got to go up here. This is my path. This is where the buffaloes came through. So cool. I'm assuming I'm going this way because that I think is very near, if not on, the area that I'm trying to go to. But this one here is going to a completely different site. So I'm assuming that this one is the wrong way and this one is the right way. But I don't know, I guess I'll figure it out when I get there. This whole hike is about 2 kilometers. And I reached the halfway point where I said 1 kilometer about 10 minutes ago. And I just saw a sign that said 500 meters. I'm like, this doesn't feel like the distance is correct. Because to get to the 1K mark was about half an hour. It's been a little bit more gradual, but it hasn't been that much of a difference of the hike. It doesn't feel right. Something's wrong with the path here. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't feel right. All right, I'm here. So that boat there is where everybody else goes back. I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation, but it's a Meromictic lake, which means there's two different type of waters in there. There's salt water and river water, so fresh water, and there's only 19 in the world, and this is one of them. That's really cool.
Hello there, sir. What's your name?
Sponsored by Maybank. Has he got a name? No name.
Well, I'm calling you Crush. Why is he in a thing though? Why can't he be outside?
So I spoke to the guy, and he said that this guy was caught in the fisherman's nets, so they gave him to him. And he's been there for about 2 weeks, but he's doing loads better. So probably next week, he'll be heading out to the sea again. And the babies that are in here are only 3 days old. And they'll be going out after about 2 weeks, or 10 days, he said. And they'll go out to the ocean too. Alright, heading back now. I've come, sat on the beach, ate my food, gone and seen the turtles, and now I'm heading back. There may have been more up, slightly more up on the way here, so it might be a little bit easier going back, but who knows really. This is how sweaty I am. You can see a little bit of the dry down the bottom here. Far out. That was insane. It wasn't a hard hike, it was just so hot and humid. And it was an hour and a half walk, so good though, really good. Glad I saw the turtles. Beach was beautiful, the walk was lovely. It was just, I'm drenched now, so. I didn't have enough time to do the drop and go laundry, but I did have enough time to do the laundry in the laundry mat right next to me, so I have to do it myself, not a problem. Only issue is I have 4 dirty shirts and 2 dirty pairs of shorts, so I'm wearing my swimmers and no shirts. But it's fine, it's only on for 25 minutes for the wash, 25, 30 minutes for the dry, so in an hour I'll be nice and clean with some clean clothes.